Burnaby, a city of 98.6 square kilometers, is situated in the center of Metro Vancouver. It has a population of approximately 235,000 and is the third largest city in the province. More than 25% of Burnaby is designated parks and green space. These parks and the city's vibrant town centers, friendly urban villages, excellent rapid transit, and rich cultural diversity make it uniquely welcoming and livable. Businesses and citizens, supported by City Council and staff, are determined to keep it that way. With this in mind, and guided by the goals established through a series of forward-thinking long-term plans developed in consultation with citizens, businesses, not-for-profit organizations, and other governments, Burnaby has updated its strategic plan. The city's foundational plans include our trilogy of sustainability strategies: social, environmental, and economic, and our official community plan. The new strategic plan sets out our vision, our core values, and strategic directions. Its goals will guide staff in delivering services, setting priorities, and developing programs, projects, and initiatives.
The City of Burnaby is a uniquely diverse business. We have roads, parks and recreation, city planning and building, engineering, and information technology responsibilities, and hundreds of projects to deliver simultaneously that involve one or more, and sometimes all, of these functions. We know our success depends directly upon our ability to work together, and that our many achievements in our city's first 125 years have been grounded in cooperation within City Hall and with our community. Our goals cannot be achieved in isolation. That's why our new strategic plan is so important. It helps us to see how each department's plans fit with others as we work towards common community-focused goals. It will enable us to do an even better job of realizing our city's vision to create and sustain the best quality of life for our entire community. It challenges us to exercise our imagination. It looks not just at what Burnaby is, but what it could be and what our citizens have told us they want it to be. Burnaby Council continues to work with staff, citizens, businesses, and our nonprofit organizations to achieve the vision and goals that are set out in this plan.
Now, after watching the introduction and the message from the Mayor, you know a little bit more about the City of Burnaby and how it has grown over the past 125 years. Being a progressive and forward-thinking city and a value-based organization, we always plan for the future and search for improvements to support the sustainable growth and to better serve our citizens and businesses. In 2017, the city adopted a corporate strategic plan that was built on the foundation of existing plans and policies in consultation with Council and our community. This strategic plan presents the city's vision as a world-class city and establishes a framework for all of us working together towards achieving our goals and creating an even brighter future for the city. We're very proud of our city, and we're very confident that our strategic plan will guide us to maximize the city's safety, connectivity, inclusivity, financial strength, and overall health to ensure Burnaby and its citizens and businesses continue to thrive and to grow stronger. Here's a look at where our strategic plan is now taking us.
Over its first 125 years, the City of Burnaby has built a wealth of community, cultural, and park facilities, many of which played host to 140,000 guests at our Burnaby 125 Canada 150 celebrations last year. A highly anticipated new addition is now nearing completion, the Willingdon Linear Park for pedestrians and cyclists. It will parallel Willingdon Avenue, linking Brentwood Mall to Confederation Park and the bustling Heights neighborhood. Public art and street furniture will make it an enjoyable place for walks, rides, and picnics. We can all look forward to using it later this year. And the planning process has begun for a new Burnaby Arena, South Burnaby's first. It will have 2 ice rinks and public meeting spaces. We're using community benefit funds for this, which means money collected from high-rise developers, not taxpayer dollars. The C.G. Brown Pool was built in the early 1960s and continues to serve Burnaby residents and many local swim clubs. We're now working with the community to determine how best to replace the current facility. Construction is targeted for 2020.
C.G. Brown was my grandfather. I've lived in Burnaby all of my life and have worked on facilities throughout the city for 18 years. I feel that the work I do helps to keep Burnaby the great city I've always known it to be. I'm glad that Burnaby has a plan to keep it that way, with all city employees working toward the same goals.
Citizens can also look forward to refurbishment of the Kensington Pitch and Putt, further work on the beautiful perimeter trail around Central Park, and the completion of Edmonds Park. We'll also see additions and upgrades to many other parks and recreation facilities, including trails and bridges, tennis and sports courts, picnic sites, pathways, and playgrounds. And we'll continue to present many established city events and activities. For example, the Burnaby Blues and Roots Festival, Canada Day, Environment Week, the Farmers Market, Giro de Burnaby, Heritage Christmas, the Rhododendron Festival, and the VSO's Symphony in the Park. Burnaby Village Museum, where many events take place, will get a new orientation plaza and trellis. Its blacksmith shop, where thousands of visitors gather each year to learn how Burnaby residents were transported in years past, will be enlarged to enable even more visitors to learn about Burnaby's history.
I've worked in the city's Parks, Recreation and Cultural Division for just over 2 years. It's such a pleasure to help create and deliver the programs and facilities our citizens tell us they value. I know that the strategic plan goals that are focused on connections, inclusivity, and health will continue to shape our programs in ways that reflect our citizens' expectations, keeping Burnaby a great place to live, work, learn, and play.
Transportation today in our growing city is more challenging in many ways than in the days of the blacksmith. We're determined to meet the challenge, working to minimize congestion and to stop traffic from using local streets for shortcuts. Working with citizens to update our transportation plan, we know that we will continue to improve our traffic flow for cars, trucks, bicycles, and pedestrians. And as we make our streets more efficient, we're also making them more attractive. The North Road Median Beautification project, for example, has seen extensive plantings of shrubs and trees, and North Star-themed art installations have been added at the north and south ends. The Rumble Street improvements that began in 2015 and are now being enjoyed by local residents will be fully completed in 2018, with curbs, gutters, streetlights, separated sidewalks, and an attractive urban trail running from Boundary to Griffiths. Trails and bicycle paths are also being developed throughout the city, as we focus on enabling alternative, sustainable modes of transportation. Our new design standards are resulting in wide sidewalks, striking public art, colorful rain gardens, and comfortable seating areas, particularly in the Brentwood, Edmonds, Metrotown, and Lougheed town centers. And everywhere we're focused on enhancing accessibility. In 2018, improvements will be made in and around 5 facilities, including lifts, wheelchair access ramps, automated doors, and renovations to change rooms. Council's commitment to environmental sustainability and pursuing initiatives that reduce both energy consumption and operating costs is being demonstrated in projects and initiatives throughout Burnaby. The LED Streetlight Conversion project, for example, which began in 2015 and will see 13,000 city-owned streetlights converted to LED by the end of 2018, anticipates average annual cost savings estimated at $620,000 over the life cycle of the lights. Last year, we reduced our energy use more than any other large municipality, and we were recognized as a BC Hydro top-performing customer. We're also exploring options to deploy new wireless technology that could facilitate even better management of power use. Optimizing our use of technology throughout the city is the focus of our digital strategy. It is being developed to define the value, scope, and priority of a broad range of initiatives that could shape our online presence and digital connectivity over the next 5 years. It's focused on helping citizens, businesses, visitors, and staff to know, connect, access, and engage with the city. We recently launched a new web application called Burnaby Map that provides spatial information across the entire city, for properties, infrastructure, parks, zoning, and more. The maps can be viewed on mobile phones, tablets, laptops, and desktops. It is fast and easy to use and has already been embraced by our community. We're also replacing our Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Services web registration system to make it easier than ever to book a program or city facility. And we're planning a city-owned and operated fiber network.
Burnaby's Information Technology Department is focused on our city's connected community goal, finding ways of streamlining engagement between businesses, citizens, and their city through digital technology. We want to make it easy for people to do business, enroll for programs, and communicate with staff and council. In my role as a microcomputer specialist, it's great to know that we've embedded that commitment into our corporate strategic plan.
Technology is also playing a role in our libraries. Our library staff are taking advantage of social media opportunities for interaction while staying focused on their purpose, to provide access to a rich array of the world's stories, ideas, and information, and the library's vision of a vibrant community where all people are informed, literate, and entertained.
I've been a public librarian answering questions, advising, storytelling, and instructing for about 30 years. I love it more with each passing year. And why? The very essence of a public library is taking the will and contributions of many and distilling it to meet the needs of the individual, and doing it well and responsibly. We have no agenda except to promote the well-being in our communities.
Ensuring that our city stays clean and green is another key objective that contributes to our citizens' well-being. Our commitment to recycling will be seen in every neighborhood as new garbage and recycling receptacles are added at more than 300 bus stops and public locations, and new collection vehicles increase pickup and sorting efficiency. We've just introduced bi-weekly garbage collection for single-family curbside residents with recyclable and compostable material still collected weekly. 40% of our garbage is food scraps and food-soiled paper products. Separating these materials for weekly collection will divert this material for composting. This is part of the city's overall waste reduction strategy that will help us reach our regional goal of 80% diversion by 2020, while providing residents with a more consistent pickup day. It will also allow us to enhance other services, such as large item collection and abandoned waste. Our recently constructed Still Creek Works Yard and nearby Eco Center are also significantly increasing diversion from the waste stream. The city is also embarking upon a sustainability-focused redevelopment of the Laurel Street Works Yard, as the existing operations center no longer meets our city's growing needs. The new facility will optimize energy consumption and work efficiency, and will feature state-of-the-art stormwater treatment. Habitat restoration is taking place in areas such as Deer Lake Park, Central Park, and Burnaby Mountain. Inside City Hall, staff remain sharply focused on efficiency and sustainability, always looking to identify and adopt new technologies that will make it easier and more cost-effective for citizens and businesses to access city services and engage in dialogue. We're currently working to enable customers to renew and pay for business licenses online, removing the need to come to City Hall. The City of Burnaby is growing, and all of these programs and initiatives will be welcome additions to our many existing services, as will our ongoing focus on addressing housing availability and affordability in the city, a challenge for all cities in the Metro Vancouver region. We are determined to continue to work with the federal and provincial governments on initiatives that will help to address the high cost of housing. Already, our work has led to many new proposals and partnerships that will help thousands of people in our city. One of our most recent successes is the partnership that will see a new 14-story apartment built in Metrotown that will have 125 non-market units. The project is a partnership between the city, BC Housing, a not-for-profit organization, and a local developer, with BC Housing committing up to $9.1 million and the city offering $5.6 million in density bonus funding received from developers. We're very excited about this project and hope that it will be a model for other development. Construction is expected to start soon. We're also advancing plans for up to 4 childcare facilities on school lands. And we'll continue, as always, to work to find the best ways to engage directly with citizens to plan and develop exceptional policies, programs, features, and facilities, to add to those we're so proud to have achieved in our first 125 years. The goals outlined in the City of Burnaby's strategic plan are now being used to guide staff in delivering services, setting priorities, and developing programs. The principles and goals of this plan are now reflected in the City's annual financial plan and other City plans. Specific projects and initiatives will continue to be developed to bring the City closer to the vision and goals identified in this strategic plan. Every new addition proposed in our capital budget will be fully funded from our reserves, not from taxes. This is because Burnaby is debt-free, one of few cities in Canada with this status. Our city's financial stewardship has put us in this position and has given us financial reserves that enable a cost-saving, pay-as-you-go financing strategy. Rather than paying interest charges to finance our city's capital projects, as most cities must do, Burnaby Council saves taxpayers millions of dollars in interest costs each year with this unique model that other cities are now working toward emulating, as it ensures long-term financial sustainability.
In our finance department, we're always looking for efficiencies and innovative ways to serve the citizens and businesses of Burnaby, while focusing on integrity, transparency, consistency, and accountability. In my role, I work to make sure that end users, whether that be citizens or reporting bodies, have reliable information that allows them to understand what is happening in Burnaby, and that there are reliable processes and information in place to ensure finance decisions enable Burnaby to continue to thrive.
We're very proud of our strategic plan because it is the result of years of planning and collaboration with our community. We know that it will help ensure we achieve the exciting outcomes that citizens, businesses, and not-for-profit organizations have told us are important. I look forward to continuing to work with everyone who wants to help shape our city's great future.